Hey guys, this is Al again. I'm back at the shop. It's now October. Haven't really been here much because it's just been so hot here in the summer, and it makes it impossible to work here, right? And I didn't want to come out here in the middle of the night and work during the night. Usually in the summer, when in previous years I'd show up at like 6 p.m. and keep working till like 4 a.m. in the morning on the weekends so that I can actually get some work done, and I just wasn't really that interested in doing it this year, so I really haven't been here much. I did get a chance to go to England and visit Goodwood, which I really enjoyed. I took some pictures there that I may post with this video, or may post it in a separate video, so you'll see in the title if I have some Goodwood pictures. There has been some activity. I have been doing a little bit of buying, and I have been doing a little bit of farming out for some work, and I'll give you a quick update on that so you can see what I've been up to, even though I haven't posted. So the first thing first, right? We got this Jensen Interceptor. So we pulled the engine and transmission out of this car. I sent the engine off to get rebuilt. I got a call maybe about 4 weeks later when they actually got round to examining the engine, and they told me that the engine was unfortunately cracked. So I had to go find another engine, and I did that, and let me show you. So I ended up buying this block. It came with a cam and it came with pistons, but we ended up just using the block itself. We didn't use anything else. We actually used the crank as well. So I ended up basically getting this block back, I think last week. The machine shop checked it out. They had to do a line bore on the crank, polish the crankshaft, replace the bearings, bored out the cylinders. The cylinders looked really good when I bought the engine, but one of the pistons was still stuck in there, and when the machine shop pulled that piston out, they said that some water had gotten in there and there was some pitting, so they bored it out 40 over. You've got these beautiful flat pistons. Put a new cam on it. It was like a fast road cam. So pretty much it's a short block. It's ready to be put back together. I'm gonna see if I can get the kid to help me put this thing back together again. Obviously, first thing we need to do is put the heads on, torque them down. I've got new head bolts on order. Then paint the engine, and then it will be ready to be reassembled. I do have the stock intake manifold that I can put on there. I'm now debating whether I want to go with an Edelbrock intake manifold, or should I just maybe go with like an Edelbrock ProFlow fuel injection system. I know that the ProFlow fuel injection system will probably cause easier startups and better drivability, and it may increase fuel mileage, which could be considerable when you go from like 8 miles to a gallon to 10 miles to a gallon, something like that. But yeah, I also have to sit there and decide whether I should spend that money and how much I'm going to drive this car. Am I going to drive it 500 miles a year? I'm going to drive it 1,000 miles a year. It doesn't really make a difference. But anyway, this engine's sitting here on the stands. You'll see that we have another engine that's sitting here. This is a Ford Lincoln, what they call an MEL 430 cubic inch engine. It belongs to a car that I bought. It seemed like the guy who had this engine at one time did a whole bunch of machine work, but then he let it sit on a shelf and it rained on it, and now you've got this problem. So now that one's out of the shop, and I have an estimate of what it cost me to rebuild that engine, I can do this one because I know that the guy I'm working with does great work, and he's very reasonable, and he's local as well, which is great. And I'll show you this car right now. I think you might like it. It's going to be dark in that room, but this is what I ended up buying. So it's a 1965 Lincoln Continental. Beautiful car. I have some pictures of this car before, from a couple of years back. I bought it from a friend of mine. He actually asked me to store it for him a couple of years ago. And you know, we didn't think it was going to be stored here for long. It ended up being a couple of years, and it's sat outside, which is the worst thing you could do to a car like this. So since it's sat outside, it's actually developed more damage. Like you can see here, some of the plates starting to fail. But overall, this is a very nice car, man, and it's beautiful. I mean, it's in good shape, pretty decent interior. Yeah, it's a pretty decent interior, beautiful dash. I mean, this is a good-looking car. So very long, very stylish, and that's the one that has the engine that's you know, in the shop right now, that's in pieces. So when I get the Jensen back together again, I plan on putting this engine in. What I'm probably going to do is just take everything to the machine shop and have him just basically put the whole engine back together again, so I can just drop it in the car without having to worry about it. And then lastly, I bought this. It's a 1996 Jaguar XJS convertible. I bought it as a parts car. It was at the Copart parking lot, you know, here locally in Dallas, and it caught fire, so it's definitely a parts car. I'm not going to sit there and try to fix this thing, but it was a really clean car. It looks like brand new Michelin's. Too terrifying. The interior is like brand new though. It's in great shape. The wood's in great shape. The steering wheel's in great shape, and the soft top, most importantly, is in great shape. So that's why I bought this car. It's very clean, right? Aside from the fact that it caught fire, and I have this 6-liter XJS convertible, this '94, that, you know, has a slash roof and has weathered interior because of the roof, and I figured that this will make a great parts car. You know, it's got decent wheels, it's got a decent roof that I can just unbolt and just take the whole thing, frame and all, and put it on the other car without having to deal with upholstery shops or anything else like that. You know, soft top on one of these is like maybe a $500 top, but when you get around to doing all the work, you're probably getting into it like $1,500. Leather seat covers, they're usually maybe $1,200 for the part, and by the time you actually get done with it, you're probably into it for another $700 or $800. So that's $2,000 there. You know, this thing has a rear axle with outboard rear discs. I may be able to use that on my XJC. I want to eventually start working on that car, put a 5-speed manual conversion on it. It'd be real nice to have outboard discs. I don't know whether you're familiar with these cars, but with the later model XJSs with the plastic bumpers, there are some very valuable parts on this car as well that I can sell. The tail light assemblies are like hugely expensive. The front and rear bumpers are very, very expensive, and the front headlights, the single piece like Euro style headlights, are also very, very expensive. So to me, you know, I paid about $2,000 for this car. I think I can get all my money back and you know, swap the soft top over, swap the seats over, and have a really nice car at the end of it. So overall, I'm very happy with that. If you guys haven't seen it before, here's a Jag that I have, and you can see that the soft top's all kind of worn out, and so is the interior. The V12 has gathered leather, you know, in the center. The 6-cylinder cars don't, but I don't care about that much. You know, I care more about the fact that the soft top needs replacing, and the seats will look 10 times better when they're replaced. So that's it pretty much from me. I mean, that's pretty much everything that I've been doing for the last 3 months. It's not really that much, but yeah, now that the weather's cooling down, you know, it's now in the high 70s, low 80s, and it's just glorious weather. I can actually spend hours over here and have fun. So you know, hopefully I can get some work done. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the quick video, and there'll be more. Thank you very much. Take care.